The ocean ripple looks good. Let's look at some other stuff. Oh, look at this. What do you guys think? Which one should we go with? Ocean ripple 1. Okay, anyone else would like to vote? Colored. Okay, 2 votes for colors. Which one do you guys like more? So I think it's a tie. Ali, do you want to break the tie, or Hoor, do you want to break the tie? Extrude. Now this is what we get. I want to change the color to something else so we can actually see it. Let's do a green for now. Yeah, it's just very beautiful. I am very happy with whatever this is. This one is a bit too intense. What is this? Gradient. Okay, I think this is one good base. I honestly like the black and white next to it even more now that we see both of them together. Nice variation though. What are you guys feeling?
You did a little too much.
Yeah. What if it's like a top-down shot of someone actually go-karting, right? Another thing, which is just add a color on top of it, maybe like a different color, right? And this is it, guys. Did you guys see this video that I posted on Eid?
Yes.
Okay. On saw it. Okay. So for those of you who didn't see it, so this is something that I did. Now I think Hoor mentioned that her niece saw it and she found it cool. Even there was this one comment over here from our member. She's basically my wife's friend, and she was like, my daughter picked up my phone and your reel was in front, and she was so amazed by it, right? I don't know that my target audience are children, but apparently children do like it, okay? And I like it, right? So I did something like this, and for this one, I wanted to experiment like with this. I don't know what this experiment will look like, but I will show you guys what the tool is. So the tool is called Brick.space, okay? Have you guys used this tool so far? Anyone?
No.
Okay, interesting. So you can obviously build a tool with this. So people build like very cool animation tools. The good thing is that it also has a gallery of other tools that people have uploaded. And that's what is something very cool about it. So there are a lot of cool tools. So in this one, we'll go with typography. And you can see that we have very cool typography tools over here, right? You can see that someone has created this thing, someone has created like some weird stuff. So let's check this one out. So before even opening Illustrator and doing that, let's check this. So upload song. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, let's upload this over here. Okay, so this copied something else. Let's go over here. Let's copy Ar-Razzaq. Control C. Okay. Let's bring it in. Let's copy it over here. Look at this. I know it doesn't make sense right now. It will, 1 second. So we play around with the letter spacing a bit. Line spacing. Okay, we don't need an audio. Sound reactivity. Let's do it off. Okay, for now. Color palette. Let's do Neon Dream. Okay, so it does not really work as much with, hello Ramesh, assalamu alaikum, nice to see you. It doesn't really work with, as you can see, with Arabic text, right? If we do, for example, let's say I write here Ajeeb. See, it works a lot with this, right? So because that's one issue that you will see a lot with like these very cool tools that they are made for the language English, right? Hence, we need to make our own tools that way. So yeah. So I think if we experiment with it, you can see that, okay, this looks good. Now, if we add Ar-Razzaq over here, it does work, but it doesn't really do so much for us, right? Maybe what we need is like a different font. Dancing Queen. Let's try this. Abstract geometry. I don't know what it is. Because this way we can, ooh, look at this. So we have our font over here, okay, and okay, presets, okay. So now that we have a tool, like we have the Arabic text like as a base, we can add another controller going like, you know what, give me a tool to pixelate it. And as you can think about, you can add layers and layers of like certain very cool effects. So then you have something, and then later on you can add interactivity to it. I know it may sound like, wow, this is very complicated, but literally this is what vibe coding is, you know. So I've been experimenting with this a lot. That's why I wanted to show you this, that like if you kind of include stuff like this for any of your branding, social media projects, like you are creating something that no one asked for, yes, but you're creating such a cool product that could work with so many things, you know. So over here, for example, we have an effect which is pixelation. Look at this, right? So we add our text and we can add the pixelation thing. Okay, this will help. This is one last one that I want to show you guys. It's called Flip Me. Let's see if it will have the text. Yes, it does. Look at this. It shouldn't say psych. It should say like in English. So let's do this, and let's do this Ar-Razzaq, and over here, so we can have like a amazing English and Arabic version of it. So let's bring this over here, okay? And let's use this in the background, okay? I just want to see how this looks. Now, as a background, this looks good. I just wanna use this for now. Let's right click, convert to smart object. Let's go around with filters and let's add like some filters to it. Because before we even look into what the word is, because usually what I used to do is like word first and then the environment. Right now I've been having a lot of fun like experimenting with the environment itself. The ocean ripple looks good. Let's look at some other stuff. Oh, look at this. This looks like some metal thing, whatever. Okay, nope. Chrome looks a bit too much. I don't want to stick to this. But if I have to choose between this base relief or ocean ripple, what do you guys think? Which one should we go with? Black and white or colored? Like, you know, because Z base. Okay, the base relief. Okay. Ocean ripple 1. Okay, anyone else would like to vote? Colored. Okay, 2 votes for colors. Colored on. Okay, so everyone's voting for colored. Okay, I expected something different, but okay, here we go. So we have this. Now let's play around with the ripple size. We get like this very beautiful effect. Okay, something like this. Okay, perfect. So this is what we have over here. Okay, but honestly, to be very honest, I feel like we should, because the black one had an interesting feeling, we will make it, place it on the right side. We may not use it right now, but let's just go over here and let's do okay. Okay, so let's have it over here. You know, maybe we'll come back to this, who knows. Okay, so this is our thing. Now Ar-Razzaq, amazing, beautiful. Now my idea right now is, before we go, I want to make a 3D version of this, and I want to wrap it up with some texture, and this will be the texture. Okay, so I have a few fonts, 2 fonts over here, guys. I want you guys to help me type. So either are we doing 1 or are we doing 2? Which one do you guys like more? 1, 2, 3. So I think it's a tie. Ali, do you want to break the tie, or Hoor, do you want to break the tie? Okay, so I want to go with 2. I feel like, yeah, I think 2 is also winning. Thank you, Ahmed. If we're talking about the ever giving, so it's like this loop, this constant loop, we can kind of think about bringing certain loops to it. We have like a looping mechanics going over here, right? So we can connect that. And how we can use something like this, by the way, you can go to image trace. Let's do 6 colors. Let's see what do we get. So if I get like a proper version out of it, which is just like a 2D version, this will really help us. I'll show you how. But yes, Ramesh is right. We have used the other one a lot. This one I haven't used yet. Okay, so this is what we get. Let's do expand. Okay, and let's remove this half of it. So let's create a circle somewhere over here. Okay, perfect. Right click, make clipping mask. This is what we get. Okay, amazing. So this is going to be our texture. I'll tell you how we will use. I want to right click, create outlines. No worries. Create outlines. Let's do this. Okay. Now, before I even like make it 3D or something, I always like to do this thing, like play with the shape to join certain things. Okay, like this. But I also feel like we can play around with like just, let's do this and let's create a stroke. Shift X. Let's see how big the stroke needs to be on this size, somewhere over here. Okay, works. And what I can do is just like create like this interesting loop effect that kind of flows through this. Okay, how will this happen? Why will this happen? We don't know yet, but it will just be like a interesting way of you know, just like depicting an interesting loop. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, just an idea. It can work, it can not work. And this can go somewhere over here. Wow, beautiful. It connects itself. Okay, so this is one loop that we created. Okay, now that we have this, what I can do is this will make sense, guys. Just give me 1 second. Ooh, look at this beautiful element. We let it be on the side. With this one, right, once you have a stroke in Illustrator, if you right click on it, it won't let you do that. Right click, generative shape fill. No, sorry, cancel. The shape fill thing is very annoying to me. I don't use it, but it's the AI tool that they have. But you go to object, expand, right? Expand, yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Here we have. Amazing. Now I want to do this. So we create like this interesting loop effect out of it. Now I know we did like a whole car theme in the previous one, but I feel like we have a racetrack over here, like those go-karting racetracks, right? But this looks interesting. We can do the same thing again with this one where we start off with this and we do this and we do this and we do this. Okay, do we need this? We'll find out if we do this. Boom. And same thing, object, expand, okay, and we get something like this. Honestly, I kind of like it. I'm gonna keep it this way. Okay, so this is one element. We'll come back to this. This is one element. These two are very good, beautiful elements. Let's keep them over here and let's copy this over here. Let's make it into a group and then let's play around with 3D. What do we get? Let's change the color. Now the issue is that we need to convert this stroke into a shape again, right? So it is a shape rather than anything. So now we have a shape. Perfect. Now let's click on this. Now let's select everything, extrude. Now this is what we get. I want to change the color to something else so we can actually see it. Let's do a green for now. And then let's add a stroke, which is a black stroke. Perfect. And let's see how it looks. Ooh, I don't know what to say, but it says Ar-Razzaq and it's still, yeah, it's just very beautiful. I am very happy with whatever this is. Okay. Now we know that if we put this, if we play around with this, no, I think this position is perfect. I'm going to put a copy over here. Let's select this. Let's choose one of the colors over here, right? Eyedropper, maybe red. No. Okay. So I think we can scale it. That's the first thing. Select this. Let's go to the 3D. Sorry, the 3D. Where did we go? 3D. Yep. Let's render it. So we get like a nice rendered version and then we take it to Photoshop. Hello Zain. Assalamu alaikum. Nice to see you. Okay. I think, is it rendered? Okay. Now control C. Okay. And let's take it to Photoshop. Boom. Smart object. Okay. Let's put this over here for this one. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like this just looks beautiful, whatever this is. But I feel like let's put it on the colored one for now and let's check it out. Smart object again, something like this. I like this, but I feel like now we need to think about, I feel like the element itself, if we remove this, is very interesting. And if we just play around with the line thing, we can figure out something. So what we can do is, for example, something like this that we have, double click on it. We select everything inside of it and we do a stroke over here, right? Amazing. And then the fill, we can close it. So we get this interesting feel to it, as you guys can see. So this also kind of can go through in like depicting lines, you know, like this looks like that. And I could control C this, control C. Okay. And let's go to Photoshop. Let's put it over here. Smart object. Perfect. And let's do black for now. Okay. I am very happy how this is coming out. I don't know what we can do next. Okay. And if we treat this as like a control J, control E, like a coloring book, right? So I could take maybe one part of it, maybe all of the nuktas. Let's do contiguous. I don't know how you pronounce it. I just say it like this with confidence. We can just click on all of the nuktas, right? Because and just click on these and this one also. Let's make a new layer, right? And let's do this color and boom. Okay, this is one thing that we can do. And now with the background color, we could make a new layer, right? And we could then select this exact green color and then we can play around with some different types of color shades. Maybe
go with the red.
The red had an interesting feel. Yeah, let's go with the red. But then let's choose a red that could work for us exactly. Then let's go with this one. Boom. This one is a bit too intense, right? Like it's like, it feels like we're talking about a sin for some reason. That's what it feels like to me, at least. I want like a lighter red to make it pop. Maybe I don't know, maybe a gray, or maybe we bring in this thing, okay, that we kept. Control C and control V and send it back. Okay, So this cannot work over here, obviously, but let's select all of these and Control J, Control E, and then let's go to filter gallery, and then let's do something over here. What is this? Gradient. I like it. I like it, but I think we need to find like a nice. Okay, so help me. I feel like this specific pink works a lot, right? Log this in your eyes. I don't know, take a screenshot mentally. One is this. The other is this blue. Should we go with the blue or this pink?
Blue.
Blue? Okay. So we've got Ramesh saying blue. Blue? Okay. So I think blue is winning. What about you, Safura, Vikas?
I feel like pink and like ye wala neon has been experimented a lot. Like blue is very fresh.
True, I haven't used blue a lot. Okay, so should we go with like a lighter, this blue, lighter blue, right? I think this one works. Okay. Yeah, let's log this in. Okay, here we are. Perfect. Okay, this has a nice feel to it. Now I want to just duplicate this and play around with a little bit of perspective. Okay, I think this is one good base. I honestly like the black and white next to it even more now that we see both of them together. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel that the black and white has a preference? It does, right? No, it does not? Okay, so I think, okay, we'll still keep this, okay? It's kind of like my personal, I'll keep this, okay? But now that we have this, now we
Like
can think,
as a separate one, it has a potential. Like, yeah, but are you saying like
Because
together?
I think the image is like too complicated. I feel like if I'm looking at the black one, it's too much. Like I'm not getting focused on the Ar-Razzaq. It's like getting distracted.
Yeah, no, I think it does. And I'm going to try this technique that I did for a previous poster just to see if it is going to work over here or no. Because usually it works, you know, this creates like this beautiful thing. And I think the word Ar-Razzaq, it is the ever providing, right? It's not just like, oh, he provides once. It's like, okay, it is a constant provision of risk that a human is getting again and again and again and again. So I don't know why I feel like the idea of lines and repetition is what my brain translates into design, you know. Nice variation though, could be here, you know, but what could we do with this? We can come back with this one. I feel like I want to try something which is, okay, let's first press Control S. I don't want to lose the file. Let's go to 17, put that over here. Bismillah. Okay, so now that we have this, I want to see what if we applied the same effect onto this, right? The embossed glass thing, will it really help us? Not neural filters. Oh my God. Neural filter is, by the way, very crazy. You put someone's face, they like make them smile more, make their lips, whatever. It's like, you know, messing up with people's faces. But let's go to filter gallery. So this is what we have. Base relief. Okay, light. Let's do oh, there's a light over here. Okay, let's do top left. Okay, something like this. Okay, detail. Smoothness. I don't want smoothness. I want it to be like very, and the detail could be more intense. Something like this. Okay, and with this one, and let's play around with this normal. Let's do like a dark thing. Let's combine these and let's add some noise to it. Filter noise, add noise. Nah, I don't know. This does not work. I feel like it's not that powerful. That's what I've realized in these 2 minutes. I'll close this. Okay, let's delete this. Okay, let's let go of that idea. Okay, these two ideas are very strong. They do work. Okay, I had this very beautiful element lying around. I want to come back to that one, which is this one, right? Control C. Let's bring this over here. Let's see how does this help us, if it helps us in anything. And what if we made it white and we added like this filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and let's make it super blurry, somewhere like this. Okay, I don't know. At this point, I'm just confused what is going on over here. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a step back. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Any thoughts? Anything that we could do here?
I feel like the first frame where we can like change the blending mode of the patterns. Keep the Ar-Razzaq first same and just like change the blending mode of the pattern.
Yeah, that is, yep. We can just play around with the hue a bit. So we can create like these different colored versions, right? It already adds so much. What I did with this one poster, I'll show you guys. Where did we go? This one, right? Now this one was chaotic. I love this one. Okay. But I feel like with this one, we can just play around with the saturation of it, or should we try adding different images like we did with that one?
मुझे तो बहुत roller coaster vibe आ रही है इसमें से. You see it?
Yeah, now
I
that you
don't know.
say it,
It
yeah.
was a random thought.
Yeah, no, it does have that vibe because we have like this pathway going on, right? The thing that we made, I feel like it just adds this
Yeah.
personality to it. Like even if we look at like a roller coaster, like let's just look at roller coaster visuals, see what the vibe is. What do we get? Roller coaster ride. Okay, very interesting. Okay, let's do roller coaster posters. Let's see if illustration, right? Let's see if someone has done something interesting that we can take inspiration from. Okay, so a lot of people are doing this. Okay, doing this. Nothing too exciting, at least that I'm looking at right now. But it's okay. I think we need to just take a step back to just look at, let's look at Arabic type poster. Okay, amazing. By the way, on the back end, we are working hard on making sure that my posters come over here. It's very hard to do that because it's like this SEO thing, but very soon. Okay, because right now, at least if you write Areeb Tariq on Pinterest, right, some things will come up, as you can see over here, right? Slowly. So coming back to this, just like looking at, I want to look at some 2D illustration posters, right? Let's do type posters, type poster design. So I want to look at something flat that we can kind of take nice inspiration from. Let's see how that works. Okay, I like this square thing. Maybe we could do something like this for the things around it. For example, we do this. We go with this one, filter, pixelate, mosaic. This is what we get, something like this. And what we can do is add a stroke to it. And then we can add like a fill color. Fill color could be color overlay. Yep, and we can select on this color, like this light blue over here. Okay, and let's send it back. Something like this, maybe something like this. Nah, I'm not feeling it. I think I like it. What we can do is let's just stick with this and let's just play around with the saturation of this. Let's go with any color for now, like orange. Okay, with this one, let's play around with it. Let's go with pink looks good with orange. Okay, let's go with this one. Which one does work with this one? Honestly, this yellow neon green does. Let's go with this one and let's play around with this. Let's get something that complements. Blue does. Beautiful. Okay, honestly, I think we're getting there. I think we are very close to the finish line. Yeah, I think we can bring in this orange again. And to make it even more interesting, right? If we add like a focus blur on the middle thing, it will work. I'll tell you how. There must be an easier way, but this is how I do this. So don't mind my skills.
Like, I have a suggestion. Why don't you use like the liquify tool on the pattern?
The liquify tool on the pattern. Okay. So we can try that, definitely. Let's select all of these. Okay, group.
Yeah, distort it from like every other edges.
Yeah.
You will get a good effect.
Yeah, I want to do subtle. Not too much, but yeah. Hey, okay. Maybe this could be the solution. Let's press OK. What are you guys feeling?
You did a little too much. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
You can also try perspective.
Make the brush small and do a little bit.
Yeah, I think let's try doing a little bit so it makes more sense. Okay, and then we could do the perspective thing, but it's already in a perspective mode, so I feel like that would just add too much of it. But let's see. Let's go to filter. Let's go to liquify and
make the brush small.
Or I could do this thing where just a subtle, like big brush, but like a subtle way of doing it rather than like small, because small would show that we've done it a lot. Yeah, this works now because it feels like a staircase, and if we add like more focus to it, it could add. Let me just press Ctrl S for now. Let's do this, Ctrl E, Ctrl A, Ctrl J. Okay, let's do filter, blur. Let's do Gaussian blur. Okay, and let's do this. Doesn't look that bad though, but no, I don't know. Let's do soft round and let's do it on our guy over here, right? And let's invert it, and let's opacity could be slightly less, something like this. Nah, I don't think the blur is helping us, but this looks good though.
Also, I have one more suggestion. You can also like go to camera raw filter, and then you can like make it a fisheye effect.
Yeah, let's try that. Yeah. Filter, camera raw filter.
Distortion, yeah.
Distortion.
Under off.
Yeah. No, I feel like this is a bit too much, you know. But like subtle thing could work, yeah. Fancy camera raw filter. And let's do, oh, why is it taking the whole canvas? It's so annoying. Okay, I know what to do. Right click, convert to smart object. Now we go, now we just have this. So now we do filter, camera raw filter. And here we go. Yeah, I think this much is fine. Okay. Control S, let's go back to this one. So before, after, what do you guys think? Do you guys see the difference? I mean, the difference is pretty obvious, but what do you guys want to go for, before or after? The fact that it just zooms in a way, it looks like we're just zooming in, but okay.
But I would go for after.
Okay, yeah, I think after doesn't look that bad though. Like, yeah, we could work with after. Okay, that's one. And yeah, there's one tiny detail that I wanted to add over here, right? Which is, what if it's like a top-down shot of someone actually go-karting, right? And that is a depiction of a man on this world. This was the plan. Go-karting top shot. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Images. Okay, something like this, right? Basically this guy. Copy image. This is slightly like tilted, but it's fine. We go in here, double click, image. Let's remove the background. Okay, I would customize this even more, like the card itself, but we don't need to because we need like very tiny detail. Okay, and let's go to filter, add some noise to it, some beautiful noise. Convert to smart object again, I think. Filter, noise, add noise. Okay, and let's go to image, adjustment, threshold, Control C. Let's go over here. Control B, no, Control, oh, here it is, Control T. Like, you don't see it, but it's still there, right? And what we can do is another thing, which is just add a color on top of it, maybe like a different color, maybe this color, right? And this is it, guys. I think it's complete. That's what I feel like. This can go as it is. Maybe I do a mock-up, right? Like a nice mock-up. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys next week.